So, Aleksandra Kapetanovic, you are over 20 years, 25 years or something with Expeditio and preserving the destination here from architectural and landscape architectural point of view, and educating and having really good projects and everything. And you gave today a presentation, kind of the reality check, local voices meeting global trailblazers. This is how we call this here, tourism think tank, regeneration for the region. Let us hear from you your thinking, like what is or what would be responsible tourism, signs of responsible tourism at all, if you look at this whole area of Boka, not just Kotorska, but Tivat, Herceg Novi, which is the actual destination, not just Kotor town, no? Like you said today.
Yeah, so I think for this area it's really crucial to see it as a unique area. Like Boka Kotorska is geographically, culturally, historically the area that it's one whole, and the area that it's not by coincidence on UNESCO World Heritage List, recognized as a natural and cultural historical region, and what we would call today cultural landscape. And the area that it's all inner part of the bay, that consists of Kotor and Risan part of the bay, it's on the World Heritage List, and it's entire landscape. And the rest of the bay, it's the buffer zone. So we are really speaking about cultural landscape of outstanding universal value for all humanity. And that's why actually we are benefiting that are living here in this exceptional landscape, but also that's why people are coming to this area. So I think that if we speak about responsible tourism, that would really need to be first responsible towards the area. And we learned today from people dealing in tourism sector that really like those key assets that are important for the tourism for the destination are important to preserve. So I think
what are those assets in your area?
First of all, that's the all landscape, all the cultural landscape that have the value. So we need to repeat again and again that not individual objects are valuable. Of course, they have a value, but not just by themselves. So in a Boka Kotorska, we are really speaking about that harmonious integration of built heritage and natural phenomena. And what is outstanding, it's that combination. So nobody will come here to see just Kotor Cathedral, even though it's beautiful, but all together with the city walls and the bay together. So all that together makes the what is really the value of this space. So I think that really like that responsibility would mean really preserving the value of that landscape.
And how can you tell when values are preserved? What does it mean to you as a local resident, and also for the visitors maybe? And let's say also the cultural heritage, you described it very beautifully. It's not just the building, but actually the process and the time that has passed to bring it there. And then you have also biodiversity, like in the water, dolphins. Yeah. So what are like, how can you tell that you have responsible tourism, which is probably not today the case?
Unfortunately it's not the case today, but it's also not easy to define it exactly, because as you said, the landscape, it's the territory that is in a process of transformation all the time. It would not be natural that we tend to freeze the landscape in time. That's not possible even for individual objects, and especially for the landscape. So it's really very challenging actually to recognize those key elements that are elements that are showing that value,
Yeah.
and then to try to protect them. So in studies that we made, cultural heritage studies, we recognized for Boka Kotorska Bay what are some of those. And for example, it's a very typical horizontal structure of the bay where settlements are not merged together but are separated with the not, part that it's not built. Then there is very typical vertical profile with the settlements on the coast, then the terraced fields behind and the mountains. So in order to preserve that, we really need to make to have the spatial planning that will guide development in a way to preserve those qualities. Of course, that we need to have new infrastructure, build new objects, but it's just a question how, because what we have today, it's not
devastation.
It's devastation.
Devastation.
It's not contributing
right.
to
We
that.
saw the pictures and everybody was pretty shocked now. And that is going to destroy the reason why people are coming to the bay at the moment. The thing is, at the moment you got this spatial planning not in your hands at local level. Is that the case?
It's actually a very strange situation with the spatial planning in Montenegro. It's actually a very critical situation because currently there is a law on force that is not good, and the spatial plans that are also not good, even though for Kotor we have that municipal plan, spatial plan that we are implementing, but that plan is not a good one. So unfortunately, everything what we are doing now, it's kind of according to plan that was adopted, but it's not going in a good direction.
And our keynote speaker, Doug Lansky, he mentioned also today one metric which was saying like, okay, the businesses may be having like a linear expectation of volume. More volume means more income, but that is not the case for cruise tourism, because only 14% of that money spent stays actually in the destination. So it's kind of a bad calculation. And you showed also the numbers of cruise ships which have been growing. And that limited capacity has been, you are over the tipping point, aren't you? You said that you are not spending any time anymore in summer in your hometown, which is a catastrophe.
It's really frustrating if you're living there and you're also trying to, through your work, to enhance the quality of life and planning in the area, but unfortunately things are not going in that direction. So I must say that in last year it was really almost impossible to live in Boka Kotorska Bay due to really like over tourism, crowds in the traffic, and really for locals it's
not the quality of life anymore. Over tourism, some professors said over tourism doesn't really exist. It's a result of undermanagement. So what would be your suggestion to get that management better done? Now we have a car probably coming towards us, a little electric one, but he stopped now. So what would be your suggestion?
So I think that first of all we need to take into consideration that carrying capacity of the area, capacity of the destination, regarding infrastructure, capacity for urbanization, human capacity, human resources. So really all these aspects. So we need to know that, and then to try to manage it on a way to really, first of all, protect quality of life of local
that
people.
was one of the number one metrics from Doug Lansky.
Yes.
And you have also received the Global Sustainable Tourism Council assessment now published. And what I saw in it, there are a lot of red fields, meaning gap areas where the municipality and the destination Kotor really must pay attention, or they will be on the losing side of everything. So do you know of any action planning coming out of that assessment? Because assessment can be done, but you must not do anything with it. No? Is there any action coming?
I don't know, it's not really directly my field, but I hope that assessment will be taken into consideration. And what I saw by just like quick looking at the assessment, I think that also what we are partly missing there is that really focus is again in Kotor itself, town itself. But I think that what needs to be done also is to take into
the whole area.
The whole area. So really just on that way, and we spoke today that regional approach that municipalities of Kotor, Tivat and Herceg Novi, they need to
work very closely together, and this is also the case for a talk that we will have tomorrow from Germany. Bente Krim will be talking about mobility solutions, for the quality of life of local people first, and then also resulting in better services for tourism. So thank you very much for your contribution today, and we are looking forward to tomorrow.
Thank you for the invitation. It was really like a pleasure, and I think that just like this, when we join our forces, like from different fields, we can really try to do something. And first of all, really to protect this amazing area and develop.
And invite also public institutions to join these conversations, because without them, this cannot happen either. No? Or you are going to be just against each other, and we don't want that.
No. Okay.
Thank you so much, Aleksandra.
Thank you. Good.